As Juan Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. 10 miles today, Tuesday, Top 5 Tuesday, recording this November 26, 2024. Officially, I believe, what now? 3 days? Let's see. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. 4 days away from the game. The game, excuse me. I got some sweat in my eye here. It's kind of burning. So, the game. By the game, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're a regular listener, regular subscriber to my work, you know I'm talking about the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Hold on real quick. Yeah, had some sweat in my eye there. But yes, the game. Michigan Wolverines taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan going in to Columbus. Heavy underdogs. You know, myself again, Michigan fan through and through. Bleed some of the maize and blue. Actually, later on this week, I'm going to dive into some stories about why I'm so loyal to the program. And if you had to find, my second team is the Florida State Seminoles, who've been having a rough year. Both teams actually had a rough year this year, and you still hear me admitting that I like to see those teams do well and all that. I'm going to dive into why that is this actual Friday, right? So anyway, as far as today, it's Tuesday, so got to give you my top 5 Tuesday, top 5 things that Michigan can and will do. Let's say it with my chest. I said can and will do to pull off the upset. Can and will do to pull off the upset in Columbus, Ohio. If we want to shock the world and get a massive win this weekend, massive win for the program, a massive win, go to Columbus this Saturday and get the win. Here are the top 5 things Michigan needs to do. First and foremost, you got to weather that early storm, all right? Understand the Ohio State Buckeyes have lost 3 years in a row to us. They are playing for their coach's job, all right? Ohio State loses this one, that's it. Ryan Day is gone, and you got a whole new regime, okay? So they're going to come out with a ton of energy. Ohio State is going to come out absolutely clicking on all cylinders, and you have to weather that early storm early. You cannot lose the game in the second quarter, in the first quarter. You have to match that level of intensity, keep the energy sort of, when I say keep the energy down, I mean, you know, allow them to get it all out, allow them to burn through all of that initial energy that they're going to have coming out, and then get into playing the game. All right, that's very important. The first thing you got to do is understand the importance of weathering that early storm. Next thing you got to do from just an analytical standpoint, play calling standpoint, offensively, you gotta let it fly, man. All right, you cannot stick to Michigan football. You gotta go hit your receivers. You gotta, last week I think they did a good job in actually getting the ball to their receivers, the best athletes on the field. You gotta get the ball in the hands of your receivers, and you gotta start letting it rip. All right, I know Davis Warren isn't the best. He's the most accurate quarterback. He hasn't had the greatest year and all that, but at the end of the day, this is it. This is pretty much our national championship. You got to get the ball out to the receivers, and you got to start letting it fly and show them that you have that threat. I've watched Ohio State a few times this year, and they have a very suspect corner, number one, who he's bound to get beat on some deep balls. You're going to get some pass interference calls with him. You have got to let the receivers go out and be playmakers. All right, so that's number 2. But 3, defensively, slow down with the blitzes. I'm telling you right now, slow down with the blitzes. Understand you have a great defensive line, a great pass rush. Do not get so hung up on blitzing. You can actually get home with your 4 guys and let your other DBs play defense, but do not blitz too much, because you're going to get burnt the same way we got burnt in Minnesota in the USC game. I mean, this is a completely different type of wide receiving core that we're going against. And if you blitz too much, they will make you pay. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, got to make a play. Something got to happen for us special teams wise, all right? When I say, well, let me not say that. You have to have a flawless game special teams wise. You have to actually just make sure no big plays happen special teams wise, because those are the game is going to be too tight for you to be able to recover from some sort of malfunction when it comes to the special teams and the way games can kind of be broken open, especially in their house and the horseshoe and all that, when special teams happen and a special teams big play happens and the whole crowd just goes absolutely apeshit. All right. Final thing, most important thing. This is the most important thing that you can do if you want to pull off this upset. Simply got to let your nuts hang, man. You got to let your nuts hang. I mean, as a player, coaches, whatever it is, you got to let those nuts hang and just fucking play. Go out there and simply play your ass off. All of you are top-notch players, incredible athletes, first-class athletes, Division I athletes, very smart coaches, whatever it is. You gotta simply let the nuts hang and play your ass off. Play your ass off every single play. Understand, this is it. This is the last game for a lot of the older guys, and this is the national championship over here in the Michigan world. So just simply let your nuts hang and play. All right. So just to review, top five keys to victories, top 5 things that the Michigan Wolverines can and will do to pull off this massive upset against Ohio State. Number 1, weather the early storm. Don't lose the game in the first and the second quarter. Number 2, get the ball to your wide receivers. Let Davis Warren, let it fly. Just let it go. Empty the kitchen sink. Throw fly routes, post routes. You got to let it go deep, all right? Number 2, defensively, we got to stay away from the blitzes. You can get home with that front 4. You don't have to send backers, and you don't have to send DBs and all that. You don't got to get too... You don't have to outcoach yourself when it comes to the blitzes and stuff like that. That's how we got burnt. That's how we almost got burnt by USC and Minnesota. Number 4, don't give up any big plays on special teams. And Michigan, you have to have a flawless game when it comes to the special teams aspect. And number 5, plain and simple, let those nuts hang, baby. Drop the nuts. Simply drop the nuts and go out and play football and go end the season the right way, all right? The main website to check out to dive deeper into all my work, it's makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.